Young black males, take your place. Without women, take your place. Top of the pyramid, take your place. Looking for change, gotta take your place. Without children, take your place. Through the pain, gotta take your place. Black queens, gotta take your place.
Today, we want to let you know that all information that you hear on our platform is not legal advice. If you need any type of legal advice, please seek a competent lawyer with subject matter expertise. Again, this is not legal advice. Everything we give to you is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Asset entertainment, boost my credit now. And this is the Enlightenment Asset Hour. You know what I'm saying? Say that 3 times straight if you can. You know what I mean? You already know what it is. It's the asset representative here. And we got cousin Cuz gonna let them know who you be.
Yes, sir, man. This is brother Wesley, man, better known as Wakil Abdul, my team, and I'm looking to boost my credit now.
Already. You already know the co-host, the one and only. Hit it up, Cuz. Your turn.
Yo, this is Ivan from Unlocking Dreams Financial, just trying to spread education and love to our community, trying to get us on the same page. That's all it is.
Already. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to ask our guest, what is your why? Because hey, Cuz already beat you to the punch. He already told everybody what his why is. What's your why? We just want to know, what is your why?
My why is, it's so many things, man. We have so many of our people out here that need our help from a financial standpoint. So long we've lacked the financial education that it takes for us to move forward. You know, as far as purchases, we know that credit is a major is major in everything you do, everything you buy. You know, rent a property, you know, buy a home, buy a car. Everything that you do, you need your credit to be correct, man. So we here to try to help as many people as you can, and try to move forward, man, and give you a little bit of financial education along the way.
Already. I don't know what's going on today, but it seems like my readable glasses is giving me issues, everybody. So I need y'all to work with me today. You know what I'm saying? However we're gonna do, we're gonna keep it funky. You did. All right, so I appreciate that, Cuz, because we want to make sure that people understand that in commerce, that you do need to have a boosted score that's going to be able to be relevant to those in which have to go borrow money, open up accounts, buying houses, vehicles, all of this good stuff, right? Correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So we thank you for sharing your why. You know what I mean? And in these times and frequencies of how things are going with the turmoil of the financial market, we have to understand as people that education is key. Education is key, and also with getting education, we need the people that can cut the fat and stay to the lean. I appreciate you coming and giving us some of your time today, and I know our viewers is going to learn more from you today. So we're going to jump right on in this with our questions, and we're going to start off by asking, what does a credit repair service do, and why would someone need one?
So the first thing I'm gonna say really quick is I really appreciate y'all having me. You know, I'm glad to be here. And so to answer your question, so we should probably first say that before you recognize a credit repair, people have to recognize what credit is. Your credit score, your credit profile is essentially your report card. Okay, and we know that in schools, you know, we'll try to keep it simple for everybody. We know that in school, if you're doing bad in school, if you're not studying, if you're not doing your homework, guess what? You get bad grades on your credit report, on your report card, excuse me.
Correct.
So it's the same in life. When you become an adult and you start living, you start paying bills. Your bills have to be paid on time, and you have to have a certain report card in order to make the purchases that you want to make, and really in order to live the way you want to live. So what we do as a repair agency is we essentially fix your report card. If there's any inaccuracies on the report card, if there's any unverified information, if someone else's information is on your credit report, that's what we come in at. We fix those things, we address those issues, and we dispute to the 3 major credit bureaus on your behalf: Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion.
Got it.
Okay. So let me go to another part of that as well. When we ask why would someone need a credit repair, what is your job reference to credit repair services?
So let's help out a little bit. So people wouldn't necessarily need my credit repair services, but the beautiful thing about what I do is I do the things that you don't have time to do. Does that make sense? A lot of times for dispute purposes, when you dispute with the credit bureaus, you have, and it's really tedious. So we take the pain away from a person who's working too much, or who's working, who don't have time to sit down and write letters to these credit bureaus and say, hey, you have the wrong information reporting on my credit report. That's what we come in. We take the ease away by the knowledge, because we know what to say. We know the laws that's associated with having misinformation on your report card. So that's what we come in at, and we try to make sure that we dispute. We know who to dispute with. We know how to dispute. We know what time they have, because they have a certain amount of time to respond. And if they don't respond in that certain amount of time, they have to remove that misinformation, that inaccurate information, that unverifiable information. So that's what we come in at. We just make it easier for you. And also, the special thing about my company is I don't just dispute on your behalf. Like we were talking in the beginning about financial education, I like to educate my clients. It's nothing more important than being educated in what's wrong, the things to look for. A lot of times when you're paying these companies, they'll report at different dates. You see what I'm saying? So you may have TransUnion, you may have you made a payment on this date, or you was late on this date, and then another company may have you was late on this date, and you were never late. So that's what we come in at. We come in and we try to make sure that you understand what to look for in the report, understand who to dispute, and I just educate you on what to do and what not to do. I also educate you on what makes me different is I help build your profile. Like your report card, you come home and your mom see the F's, she'll sit down, or she see the S unsatisfactory, and she'll sit down and tell you, hey, listen, if you want better grades, this is what you need to do. You need to study more, you need to take notes more in class, pay attention, so on and so forth. I'm like your mom or dad. What you need to do to keep your credit report good and to make your credit report better.
Gotcha. And definitely want to appreciate your service and what you're doing, because it makes our job, cousin Derek over here, myself, when it comes to insurance, a lot of people don't realize your credit score is going to affect how good of your rating you're going to get. You can have all good health, but if your credit score is 400 or 300, guess what? You're going to have that high premium because you're not trustworthy. So with that being said, I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about our listeners. We're sitting here listening, and I'm like, I don't know, am I my ideal client? What type of person you're looking for? Who do I need to be? If you can expound on who is an ideal client that need your services, so that way people can know how you can help them, and who is in need of help.
Just in case they don't even know they in.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's the truth, man. That's the truth. And kind of, I want to kind of, before I move forward a little bit, I want to kind of piggyback off what you said about your insurance. That's major that you said that you brought that point up, because having a bad credit score, anything that you purchase, it makes your interest rate that much higher. You will be surprised how much difference you will pay with a higher interest rate than a lower interest rate. And that's where some people who have good credit reports have the advantage, because they always end up paying less money because they have better credit. Their interest rates are lower in everything that they purchase, every major purchase, even the small purchase. Even if you go and you want to buy you a living room suite, or, you know, a kitchen, a dinette set, or whatever the case may be, you're gonna always pay a higher interest rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got those two people. You go to a car dealership, you got a perfect score, you're not putting anything down.
Right.
But if you got a bad score, you paying $800, you paying interest, it's just killing you.
I actually have, if you give me 1 second, I actually have an example of the, you know, that way the people will have some numbers, you know, some numbers to kind of go off as far as interest rate. I actually wrote some down. Give me 1 second.
Now, people, I want you, my people, my listeners out there, I want y'all to understand that when we're saying who is the ideal client, we want you to pay attention to listening to these interest rates. You know what I'm saying? And if you are getting these type of interest rates, then you might want to give Boost My Credit Now a call, email, or even go check them out on Instagram. Drop something in the DM, you know what I'm saying, worth talking about. You feel me? And back to you, cuz you ready? You good?
Sure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I have an example here of, so really quick, this would be an ideal client, because most of the clients that I deal with, I want to deal with the clients, and this is what makes a client a good fit for my company.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
If you're trying to purchase a home, if you're trying to purchase a car, you know, if you're trying to get funding for your business, if you want to make sure you're able to get a bank account at any bank, I want to deal with the client that has a why, like you was asking in the beginning, a why. What is your why? Why do you need your credit repair? What type of purchase, you know, do you want to make? What are you trying to do with your life? What are you trying to do with your finances? And that's the people I want to deal with, the people that are serious about their finances. And that way, because it takes two, it takes myself and it takes the customer's help to make this process run smoothly. So if I have a client that's not serious about credit repair, or serious about making a big purchase, or not serious about buying a home, or not serious, I don't care what type of money I save when purchasing this car. You don't even understand what you're saying. And this is one of the things that I'm about to break down right now that I have for you. This person, we have person A and person B. All right. We have a brand new Toyota Camry that's $23,000. All right. 66-month term. Person A's credit score is 730. 730, that's a pretty high credit score, making the interest rate of 1.99%. All right. Person B credit score is 599. You want to guess what their interest rate is?
18%?
3.4?
14.99%.
Ouch.
You see the difference? Can you see the difference in what that credit score make? You got person A 1.99%, person B 14.99%.
Wow.
That's the payment. Person A with the 730 credit score, his payment is $368.22. That's on what person's B payment is.
What?
$513.97.
That sounds like my people.
Almost $200 more dollars.
I had 22 cars, so I'm letting you know right now. I pay interest of at least 18% on at least half of them, and I know my credit score was less than 700.
So you can see what difference it makes. You know, people may look at it and say, "Hey, you know, it's just $200." But guess what? Imagine what you do with $200.
You know what I'm talking about?
Imagine 66 months. You got a calculator?
13,000, over 13,000.
See?
That's crazy.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The cost of doing business, right?
Yeah.
I got written down here that the total interest paid to person A with the 730 credit score, total interest is $1,300. That's it. Total interest for person B with the 599 credit score, interest $10,000.
Ouch.
Now, if that doesn't wake something up in your mind and say, hey, listen, maybe I need to take a better look at my finances. Maybe I need to pay more attention to how I'm spending my money. See, because a lot of times when we're younger, we don't pay attention to things like that. You know, even myself, I didn't pay attention to things like that.
I didn't. But did you, could?
Right.
Nope.
It has an effect on us when we get older and we want to make that large purchase. Oh, now I want to get a home. Now I'm married with kids. I want to buy my kids a car out of high school. I want to make sure that my home purchase doesn't have a high interest rate in my months. You see, so it has an effect. If I'm paying my mortgage and I have a high mortgage, now my mortgage is even higher. Now I'm straining on my finances month to month. I'm trying to work. I'm living check to check, trying to pay my mortgage, trying to pay my car payment. You know, if something happens inside of the home, you have to get a repair done, or something happens with the automobile. Guess what? Now you're in a financial bind.
Correct.
It's just so much. It's so many aspects of having your finances correct. Paying attention.
So your ideal client has to be someone that's learnable, teachable, someone that knows their why, someone that knows that they don't want to pay over 13% interest on a vehicle, someone that knows that they want to make a purchase on a house, whether business or personal. You know what I'm saying? These type of people are the people that are best suited for coming to Boost My Credit Now. And you can always find them on Instagram. Hit them up on the email and the number that will be given soon. We're going to move on and ask you this next one. How is the fee determined and the average time for the process? Now, when we answer this, we know that we can't guarantee promises. But what we can do is make a good educated synopsis or hypothesis of how this runs. So can you answer that for us? How is the fee determined and the average time for the process?
So I'll just kind of speak generally on the fee. So depending on which company you go to, each company may have different fees. My fee, and I'll just speak on my fee. My fee will be a little bit more expensive than another company may be. The reason for that is because, like I said, I'm not just offering credit repair. You know, I also offer the financial education to go with it. My clients can call me at any time as long as we're going through the process. And also, I help you build your credit profile along with, doing your repair process, we're building. So I'm just not repairing. A lot of the companies, excuse me, go ahead.
No, it sounds like you have, go ahead.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
It sounds like you have a concierge service. You're just not offering just one thing. You got a whole package deal that comes with it.
That's why we're called Boost My Credit Now.
Word.
Because, like I said, we do repair credit, but we also we're gonna help you boost your credit. There's FICO score and there's a Vantage score. A lot of the mortgage industry use the FICO score, but here's the thing for me. I sometimes I pay attention. I'm in some of the Facebook groups that, I try to help people. I try to pull people outside of the groups that need help as far as even some of the credit repair groups and some of the, financial groups that talk about credit. And a lot of times you'll see them going back and forth in those groups arguing about, or not necessarily arguing, but going back and forth about which scoring model to look at. My thing is this, and I don't know if we could, I may be moving a little ahead of myself, but my thing is this. A lot of people don't understand that scoring alone is not what makes up your credit.
Right there. That's what I want to ask you. Explain to us that do not understand the difference between, it's something you said a profile and a report, correct?
Your credit profile and your credit score.
Okay, explain that. Differentiate the two for us that don't know that.
Okay, the credit score. So the credit score makes up a totality of your credit profile. You could have 720 and still have what they call a thin profile.
Really?
Right? Yes, absolutely. Because you can pay all your bills on time. Payment history is 35%.
Correct.
Type of credit, the amount of credit you have is 30%, and everything else just goes, 15%. Length of credit history, 10%, 10%. Okay. So if I have two revolving accounts, you have revolving accounts, you have installment accounts. If I have two revolving accounts, if I pay my bills on time, if I have a $1,500 to a $2,000 credit, then I have an installment accounts, which is loan, personal loans, mortgages will be considered as an installment account. Car payments, will be considered as an installment account. If I have, one of those, and I'm paying on time for both, and I only have a total of 4 accounts on my credit profile, I can have a 720 credit score. But here's the difference. If you go and try to make a big purchase because your profile is not thick, that means that's your report card. Okay. You have a average report, when you have, I got a 70 in math, I got have a 90 in English. You see what I'm saying? You have an average. You see what I'm saying? That what makes the score. But overall, if you go through that process, the profile, and you see what's on your profile, what's inside of your profile, you have a thin profile, you still can get denied with a 720.
Wait, because you're now talking things I never heard before, because I was taught get your highest credit score and you're good. That's it. Because most people, and especially our community, you see all these credit repair shops popping up everywhere. Your highest score, and that's all you need. So you're saying that along with your credit score, there's a profile that needs to be adjusted or go with it as well?
Absolutely. And that's what makes my company different than a lot of companies. A lot of people don't understand that. If you don't build your profile, if you just focus on my score, 720, and if you're not building your profile in the process, then we want to make sure, we want to try to maximize on everything that you apply for.
It's like adding B12 to the diet of having the good credit, correct?
I don't necessarily say if I would,
The only reason why I say that because of where I stay at, everybody that goes to the gym for some reason, they got to go get a shot of some B12.
So how about this?
They opening up stores. So they got stores opening up. So if you want to get your buff on and keep it on, you go get you a shot of that B12.
So let's say this. Let's add. We adding muscle to your credit report.
Okay. All right, I got you.
We adding inventory.
Okay.
We had inventory. You don't walk in the store and the store has no inventory. It could be a beautiful store, but the store has no inventory. You still really, it's just on the outside. You see,
looking like Walmart looked the other day with all the half of anything in there.
Absolutely. So we want
building, but not much in it.
Right. So we're gonna be adding accounts. We know the proper banks that that we're going to give you, the banks that you can build relationship with. We're going to give you the cards that you can build good relationship with. We know how to add accounts to your credit score without lowering your credit score. We're going to go for accounts that don't do a hard pull. Of course, you got a hard pull and a soft pull. If you do a hard pull while we're repaying your credit, it knocks the score down. And a lot of the clients like to see the score. So we still gonna focus more. We're gonna help you so that you can see a difference in your score, but we're gonna be building in the process so that when we finish, even if we finish and we're not completely finished building out your profile, if you want to work with us after the repair and you're willing to be educated and continue to build your profile, we're gonna help you build your profile in accordance with what you want to purchase.
Word. That brings us to our next question.
Okay.
And that's crazy because you hit right on the head. It says, what is more important, the credit score or the credit file?
The credit profile. Yeah, the credit profile. The credit. So a lot of people don't. So it's really simple. If you build the profile, your score will go up.
Word.
automatically.
It's really simple. If you build a profile, your score, whether it's a Vantage score or a FICO score, if you build that profile accordingly, if you know how to build a profile, that's what we do here. That's what we know how to do. If you know how to build that profile properly, your score is going to go up automatically. You're going to have a high FICO score and you're going to have a high Vantage score. So we kind of don't get into the battle with everybody and say, oh, you know, you need to go and do credit monitoring with the Vantage or FICO. That's just for the people. That's to keep the people happy. But I try to, like I said, I want to educate my clients. I want to deal with the clients that's willing to be educated and understand that, hey, this is what matters. This is what matters first. This is what matters second. You see what I'm saying? And for me, the profile is priority.
Gotcha. Okay, which leads us to our next question then, because I know, because I'm in the process of buying a house.
Okay.
And your realtor will tell you, mortgage lender, there are some do's and don'ts. Don't go buy no purchase. Don't go anything that affect your your income or anything. Don't buy a house. Don't buy a car. Don't buy furniture. Just they want to keep it steady as possible.
All right.
So it seems like in your line of work as well, that there have to be some do's and don'ts during this process. Is that true?
Yes. The major don't is do not apply for any new accounts.
Wait, but I need some J's. Let me get that
No,
that card so I can get some J's on here.
I need a new Bugatti.
You know, it's the thing is, you know, and not just and I'll say, let me just kind of backtrack a little bit. When I say don't open any new accounts, any new accounts that will have a negative effect on your profile.
Like what?
Or applying for a new credit card.
Okay.
That does a hard pull.
Okay.
So there's a way, as far as credit card is concerned, revolving accounts, there's a way that you can actually add to your what they call which are your financial basically your budget. I just drew a blank.
Portfolio.
Portfolio. You can add money to it. So your debt to income ratio, your income rate, you can add to your income ratio. Excuse me. So you can actually add, if done properly, you can actually add so that you will show more income.
Oh wow.
Less debt. You see what I'm saying? You can kind of, depending on which accounts you add or take away, but mostly we want to tell people, especially if you don't know what you're doing, which the client, a lot of times the clients, they don't understand it. And that's the reason why they do those things. But that's the reason why we say don't apply for any new accounts. And I will be here to guide you. If there's some more accounts that needs to be added, I'll be here to guide you to add the proper accounts that will not have an effect of what you're trying to purchase.
All right.
Excuse me, I got one question.
Yes.
Are you considered to be, for those that understand this word, are you consistently saying this situation as if like you're the fiduciary? Like they can come to you, you are able to take care of certain things on behalf, like he said, concierge of many products or services, but in all actuality, because you're taking care of accounts, would you be inclined to say that?
Well, I don't want to specifically say fiduciary, you know, for legal purposes.
Okay.
I will say what I try to do is I try to let my clients know that this is what's recommended. Because at the end of the day, the client still has to make the last decision. That's why it's very important, what we spoke about in the beginning, that it's very important that we have a particular type of client that's willing to accept our recommendations, because we have to work together. In order for this to work properly, that myself and my client has to work together. They have to know, listen, take my direction because I've done this.
Right. Okay. All right. So what are the benefits after credit repair? Let's give them the little topping. How they do it like that? Is that how they doing that? Put a little topping on the ice cream cone.
Biggest benefit is after we finish, if you allow us to do what it is we do, you will pretty much have the profile that's needed to make almost any purchase that you want to make.
A report card you can take to your mom and dad and say, look, mom.
Right, absolutely.
I don't need no more loans. I don't need to borrow nothing from you.
I've been doing my homework. Now we good. I got the hundreds coming down. I got A's and B's coming all the way down the report card. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And you'll know, you'll be confident to know that whenever I make a purchase, my interest rate will be the lowest that it can be.
Right. Right. And that takes, excuse me, I'm sorry, cuz to cut you off. Fortitude for the listeners. It takes you to be able to be not lazy on making decisions, not in a quick time, but to be able to have the opportunity from the actions that you're pushing toward to better yourself, to better your future, your children's future. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much to this that we're not able to hit on at this small time frame, that just being able to give this a try, give this a listen to, give this a push, as I will put, to be able to better yourself. You can't lose with bettering your financial future for your children.
Absolutely.
It's past you. It has nothing to do with you anymore.
Right.
You have to be selfless, not selfish. So I'm gonna leave that last one for cuz we're going on and get at you right quick. Going on, your turn.
No, I definitely want to make a point, because for our listeners, to put it in perspective, because my oldest, she's graduating from high school right now, and there are a lot of her friends who have really good grades. I mean, they got their straight A's, but when they going off to college, they're looking for a well-rounded person, not just the grades, because the grades only take you so far. They're looking for someone who's played sports, who know how to be on a team, who does volunteer work. So you're thinking outside of yourself. So now I'm trying to put it together. Having your credit score perfect is just having good grades. But what you're saying, having that portfolio, is having a good grades, your volunteer hours, you know how to play sports, you know how to. So now you may not have as the better grades than someone, but since your portfolio is more well-rounded, then you would be selected. Is it something like that?
Perfect, cuz. Perfect. You explained it perfectly, man. That's perfect, well-rounded. And that's how you want to be in this financial realm, especially nowadays when everything is based off credit. If you're more well-rounded, then you'll be more eligible and lendable to make purchases. And lenders wouldn't have a problem with, you can go on. A lot of times the algorithms choose whether you're approved or denied for an account. And a lot of times, if your profile is correct, if you're well-rounded, you have what they call a thick profile, you can pretty much go on and get pre-approvals all day. And algorithms will say yes, all day long.
Okay, so last question here, because I hit on this topic a little bit. Driving to certain neighborhoods, you know what I'm talking about. You have a sign, credit repair, one block, next block, another credit repair. I'm like, there's so many credit repairs. Am I missing something here? Do I need to invest in credit repair shops? What makes your company different? Because I can drive down the street and see 10 of them. I'm like, how do you know which one to choose when it comes to sitting down and making an educated, informed decision on which company is good for me, or what company is out for my best interest, not just for their money?
Like I said, at the beginning, it's pretty much, you have to know your why. And if you're looking for some company, because there are a lot of companies out here, and I'm not saying I'm the only company that does it this way, but there are a lot of companies. I've even personally experienced some companies who take my money, and I pay my money, and you call them up and ask, hey, what's going on my credit repair, and they can't give you answers. Or a lot of times you reach out and communication, they don't actually work with you. They take your money and they do whatever it is they do. I don't know, but it's beautiful to have a company that actually works with you. Especially for, like I said, for me, I actually don't want to work with every type of client. Like I said, I want to work with the clients that we're a good fit for each other. I want to work with the clients that have a purpose, that don't mind communicating with me, that actually, like I said, you want to make a big purchase. You look into the legacy for your children, you're looking to understand financial education, you're looking to purchase your first home, first or second home, and you know that's the top quality. You see what I'm saying? Quality, and it could be anybody. You know, as long as you have your why and you truly want to learn about financial education, then that's what makes us different than a lot of companies, because we're going to educate you along the way. We're going to basically hold your hand to get you to where you want to be financially.
Wow. Takeaways, Derek.
Personally, to tell you the truth, bro, I wanted to
tell them your story. Tell them, you know, you don't have to give them figures, but just kind of tell them this, you know, the scenario. Don't give them figures. Just tell them, you know, a portion of your story.
My portion of the story, my takeaway is I've talked to this young man right here that we're talking to right now, and I've used some of the
methods,
the intellect, the process. Hey, I just want to be real with y'all. I just want to be real with y'all, and I'm laughing because of my age right now, and I'm trying stuff that I should have been trying back in the day. So my takeaway from everything that he said, and plus from my experience from using the intellect and the knowledge that he's given me, hey, bro, 30 days. I'm on my 60-day mark. I'm coming up at the end of this month, and it's gonna be a revelation to me to see another notch be taken care of. You know what I mean? Once I saw that score pop up, you know what I mean? And I'm talking about 5 points.
My credit now, baby. Boost my credit now.
He's moving up like the Jeffersons.
I'm trying to get like Elroy.
I really like to, and I'm glad that I was able to, you know, it's my family, you know, both of y'all are my family, and I'm glad I'm able to help my family in the actual, you know, by us doing this interview. You can tell your story, you know, it's you know, people want to see results.
Yeah, and results are key. Results are key. But once again, you have to be learnable, teachable. You have to get rid of the chip on the shoulder. You know what I'm saying? You gotta not act like you know everything. You gotta come empty. You know what I'm saying? Because right now we are in a phase of being reborn. And I'm gonna say that like that, because reborn comes from the renewing of your mind. So that means that if you come with the renewing of your mind, and that means that you're coming with new, well, it's new to some people, but when you come to the accuracy of the correct way of taking care of things that are essential in this commercial world,
absolutely,
these are the steps that are needed. Insurance, good credit score, and we got a couple more other people that's going to be coming up to enlighten the asset, which is me, which is Cousin Cuz, which is Mr. Boost My Credit Now. You know what I'm saying? All of this comes together into a function where life itself gets better. The takeaway that I get from this, that I hope everyone that is falling underneath our voices and seeing us right now, is that family is key. And if you can work on mama, daddy, daughter, son, before they get 18 years old, yo, you ahead of the ball game. If you can get the harness on the information and education from Boost My Credit Now, then the awesomeness of it is that you're going to surpass what your mama and daddy didn't know. You see what I'm saying? So from the experience and stuff that I got from it, it's concrete from the words that are coming out of this young man's mouth.
Thank you.
You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, dealing with insurance, and now understanding and knowing that, okay, I could have got a better insurance rate by having a better credit number. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, yo, son, hey, yo, daughter, I need y'all to think right now at 13 years old, what you want to do when you get 18, 20, where you want to be. Because I already got the pudding for you. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
That's where we need to get as a society and as a culture. But at the end of the day, tap into that DNA of good credit. Tap
Gotcha.
into the DNA, you know what I'm saying? Of that good education that we so much run away from because Nicki Minaj has dropped a new CD. You know what I'm saying?
You want to get them Jordans, cousins we're talking about.
You want to get them J's. You want to get them 22s, them 24s. You know what I'm saying? You got a new whip outside that you can't wait to throw money in. But what was your percentage rate of what you got to pay on that?
What's your interest?
Yeah, what's your interest rate? You know what I'm saying?
Working 2 and 3 jobs just to pay for it.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
When you could have started out at first working with that 14-year-old young man that's getting ready to go to work for the first time. Next thing you need to be thinking about, son or daughter, is your credit score.
We got a lot more.
Jordans.
Yeah, we got a lot. It's so much. We have a lot. We have so much more to to give to the people that comes along with this, man. We just don't have the time to talk about it all. Like there's
we don't. But I pull away from this is deal with someone that's trying to educate you.
Absolutely.
Deal with someone that's trying to put some power behind the money that you're spending with them. Make sure that when you're dealing with someone, they're able to come across just like this young man did at Boost My Credit Now, Mr. Boost My Credit Now. They said, hey, look, I'm here for you. You're my boss, but I want to know your why. So we got a good fit. We got a good understanding. These are good things. These are good things. It's what you call good customer service, baby.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So
what about you, cuz? What you pull away from it?
You stole my thunder because you hit the on the head. Exactly. I was trying to
rest in peace, Robert Smith. I can't help it.
I was trying to have one single word just to describe my takeaway, but it has to be 2. The first one is seriousness. You got to be serious about what you want to do, like you said, because I like what you said. You don't want to work with everyone because not everyone's going to be serious about what they want to do. You hear a lot of people on radio, or you see it on Instagram and Facebook. Yo, I'm ready to change my family legacy. I'm ready to just change everything, but they have no insurance. They have no good credit score. So what really are you doing? So excuse me, that's the first word, is being serious about. And the last one, like cousin just said, education. That's what I'm doing. Being in the teaching field for 17 years, education is my background. And you brought some things out, a lot of things that I haven't heard before. And you're educating us. You're not just going to help us take our money and say, bam, here you go. No, you're educating along the way. And that's what cousin and I is trying to do. We're trying to educate, especially our community. We're not going to wait until you're 25 or 45 and it's kind of too late then. No, we're trying to educate from the little ones.
Hard work. It's harder work.
I can see us doing a book starting on your financial future, starting when you're 6 years old. Have a plan in place. Because I'm gonna tell you what, I talked to my other brothers from the other side, and their kids already know this already. Before they graduate, they have everything in place. So why are we always in the back of the bus? Yeah, Rosa Parks didn't move, but yet when it comes to financial literacy, we're still in the back of the bus.
Absolutely.
So that's my takeaway.
So from that, I'm gonna come to my audience and I'm gonna say, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving us your time. We hope that you pull away something from this that is very stimulating, very educational, and from that, I turn the mic over to Mr. Boost My Credit Now. We want you to give them your information so people know where to come or go to find you.
Thank you. First, I want to say, I really, really appreciate y'all having me on. Allow me to give the people my knowledge, and there's so much more knowledge that I want to give. There's so much more financial education that I want to give. So make sure y'all reach out to me. My website is boostmycreditnow.com. Y'all can find me on Instagram at boostmycreditnow.com. And my link is in the bio on both pages. You know, if you want to book a consultation, you can book your free consultation on my link tree at boostmycredit.com. Also on Facebook at boostmycreditnow.com. So y'all check me out, man. Come, you know, even if you want to just have a conversation, we do a free credit analysis report. We pull your report and see what's on the report. We have another call. You know, basically it's really 2 free calls, because the first call I'm gonna have with you, we're just gonna kind of get to know each other a little bit and see what's going on, a little general overview of what's going on with your credit. And if you decide to have another one, we'll do a free credit analysis where we'll pull all 3 of your reports. I'll see your report. I'll have a report myself, and we'll go over that report and see if you want to move forward with us. And we're going to try to help you in the best way we can. If you want to make that big purchase, we're going to try to make sure you get there. So I thank y'all for having me. And you know, people,
wait. Before I let you go, because I don't want people to think that hey, we're just talking. We're just saying stuff, because me personally, I'm about to start my journey too, because you know, but it's gonna be on the business side,
okay,
and in terms of trust, set everything up. So I'm telling you, this is a wealth of knowledge right here. And that's a whole new different subject, the topic, another show on just setting up your trust, wills together, have everything together. Because
you already know.
we definitely, we're not thinking small, we're thinking large scale. So I am
it's
not
bigger than Como, baby.
There
like
we
they
go.
say, it's bigger than Como, baby. It's bigger than Nino Brown, baby. You know what I'm talking about?
There's a wealth, you know, there's a wealth of knowledge right here. I'm telling you, financial education.
Financial education is key, man. What about you, cuz? Go on and give them out. Give them a shout out. Where to find you at? Where you located? How to get in touch with Unlock Your Dreams Financial?
Yeah, you can just look me up on all social media platforms, Unlocking Dreams Financial. You can definitely look me up on the website, Unlocking Dreams Financial as well. Just gonna contact me. I would put my number, just like cousin said, boost my credit, Mr. Boost My Credit. I'm not a business. You call me directly, 775-737-8839, because I work with you one-on-one. We're not those insurance companies. You got to call 800 number. You're on a wait for it 40 minutes. You don't know who your agent is. No, you work on me one-on-one.
That's right.
You have my personal time. So that's how we rolling here.
Already. So you already know it's the A.I.C.I.D representative. You can always reach me at A.I.C.I.D records22@gmail.com. You want to reach out for anything else other than insurance talking, then you can reach out to DERICK SMITH 1176 at Gmail. You already know what it is. We are all assets.
Yes,
and
sir.
that's what we have up here. That's
Yes,
what we
sir.
bring up here at the Enlightenment Asset Hour. You know what I'm saying? We want everyone, family and all, to understand that you are the asset. Nothing moves unless you allow it to be moved. At the end of the day, education, key. Being able to be learnable, teachable, and having a chip off your shoulder, that's number 3. If you can do these 3 things and you know your why, and credit is your thing, the game is Boost My Credit Now. Call Mr. Boost My Credit Now.
Yes,
There
sir.
you go.
Yes, sir.
So at that, we're gonna bid you a fine adieu, you know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. And for you youngsters out there that's falling underneath our voices and hearing these good conversations, reach out to us. We're here for the youth. Once again, generation breakdown, ages 24 to 39, you're a millennial. 44 to 55, your Generation X. Rest in peace, X. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? 50, 60, 74, baby boomers. So at the end of the day, we want y'all to understand that when it comes down to family, it's always going to be number 1, regardless of how it is. So we bid you an adieu. Have a good day. Remember everything that came across your ears, and Anything you want to say, cuz?
I'm good. You said it all. Unless
Already.
Mr.
It's
Boost
a
my credit.
family affair. It's a family affair. Try not
We
to look
don't
like
do
Freddie Krueger.
singing. We don't
Hey,
do singing.
hey, yo. Hey,
We
yo.
don't do karaoke.
Hey, we want to let you know that all information that you hear on our platform is not legal advice. If you need any type of legal advice, please seek a competent lawyer with subject matter expertise. Again, this is not legal advice. Everything we give to you is for educational and entertainment purposes only.
Young black males, take your place. Without women, take your place. Top of the pyramid, take your place. Looking for change, gotta take your place. Without children, take your place. Through the pain, gotta take your place. Black queens, gotta take your place. Even the children, take your place.